And we're live. Good morning and welcome to the Thumb Wars. Your Friday morning Thumb War entertainment. We're here on ESPN 8, the Ocho, to talk about Thumb Wars.
That's a bold move, Cotton.
Thank you. I hope it pays off. I'm Zach. This is the Rambles. That's David.
Get ready, I'm back.
Yes. This is even more unstructured than normal because it's just the two of us, which is not the two of us that should ever be on the show alone by ourselves. We need the we need the anchor.
When everybody's the color commentator, nobody is.
It'll be a very colorful show. It is. Look at all these colors and things back here. We got tons of stuff. So, thank you for tuning in. Happy Friday. We made it. We're here.
Yeah,
It's
I got
Friday.
coffee and I've had my ibuprofen.
I have coffee. I had a funny thing written on it, but it got wiped off because I'm sweaty today. So, you know,
Right.
welcome to that. I like to say things like I'm sweaty and then just look directly in the camera because it's really uncomfortable for those of you joining us. So, welcome to the show. We have a ton of stuff to talk about, ton of cool products.
He's actually lying. We don't have a ton. We were really reaching this week.
Shh.
I do.
They don't.
I do have a rant. I came up with.
Oh,
a
good.
rant
We
for
have
later.
a rant. We
Yeah,
have
got-
some things to
we got
talk
a
about.
rant,
We
yeah.
have some things
We got
to talk about.
products.
Yeah, I'm sitting in front of things, so let's go through them.
Got cool
Let's
things.
talk
All
about
right,
this
where do you
stuff real
wanna
fast,
start?
and then we can
Okay.
let you rant, and everybody can
Yeah.
tune off then. So
Whoa. People come for the rant.
that's true. Well, let's get the shilling out of the way first. Then here's some stuff. Buy it. What is this?
Sorry, squishies.
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 We have squishies, plushies, whatever they're called.
squishables.
Squishables. I am holding onto a cactus.
You should probably watch that.
Yeah, it's a surprisingly comfortable cactus. Hang on to.
I'm holding a cannoli.
Mm.
Holy cannoli!
You're holding that cannoli.
Holy.
Holy cannoli.
Good.
Uh,
God, we got no more cannoli jokes.
no, we don't. We have peanut butter jokes.
Peanut butter jokes.
These are really cute, and they're great gifts. They're not expensive. They're squishy.
Yeah.
Significant other would love something like this.
I've got nothing special.
You know, what's
they're
great-
really cool. They're really soft. I think I
Yeah.
have like 4 of them at home.
Yeah. So like, if you're gonna come in and you're gonna, let's say, spend $400 or $500 on Warhammer stuff, but your significant other maybe is gonna raise an eyebrow at that,
Peanut butter.
bring home a little bribe squishy. It'll do it.
It will do it. Works every time. 50% of the time, works every time.
That's the guarantee.
Yes.
All right. Well, that was the fun stuff because it was squishy. We could throw it when we're done with
It's
it.
true.
What else have we got back
We're
here?
gonna break stuff.
I know you want to save Drina for last. I imagine
You, I'm
there's
very
a
excited about
special
Drina.
cameo in this game.
Good. There's
So-
actually 3.
Oh yeah, that's true.
It's true.
No one's gonna know who Matt is.
Let's talk about something you actually know about. Which is
Whoa!
like one of the things.
we want to get it out of the way first, and I can just make up things about the rest of the products here. So, you guys know I'm a huge Warhammer fan. You might not know this about me. I'm a huge Warhammer fan. The Age of Sigmar Soulbound RPG set by Cubicle 7 is a really cool game. It's a really different game than a lot of other RPGs you might have played, like Cyberpunk, or there's like a Dungeons and Dragons, I think is what it's called. It's kind of small, but if you played it, you kind of get what these are.
That doesn't sound like it's gonna last.
It's probably not, no. So this is the starter set for this. This doesn't actually have the rule book in it, but what it has is dice, pre-made character stuff, arts, counters, a pre-made adventure. Like, basically, get the rule book and get this, and you can get started without really knowing anything about the universe. They do a really good job of making this, like...
Which is great, because
Jump in.
Games Workshop also doesn't know anything about the universe.
Yeah, it's... Isn't it weird? Cubicle 7 is doing a better job of putting out Games Workshop stuff than Games Workshop is right now. Because they're hitting all their dates.
Yeah.
So, and we have these. They're not allocated. Come get them. It's a really cool game. It's fun to play. And this is also, if you just like the lore and stuff of the Age of Sigmar, these books are really neat. There's tons of cool art. They actually do art for this and then put it in the battle tomes, I've noticed.
Yeah.
So I think they have better artists over at Cubicle 7 doing these things.
Well, the great deal of stuff is like, everything they do always feeds into the world, so this is just going to work to grow the Age of Sigmar world.
Yeah, absolutely. And
Nice.
and it's nice because it's a game about, moving figures around and everything, but learning more about like how the world works when they're not fighting is really cool to me. Like, how do they get crops? How do these people eat food? I need to know this stuff because it matters to me.
A lot of it works. My
It's in
only
here.
issue with the whole Age of Sigmar world is how big is a realm?
Yes.
Yeah, exactly.
Technically infinite.
Exactly.
They're infinite, but you can get to the
As
edge.
big as the story needs.
It really is. Everything in Age of Sigmar is blank as the story needs it to be. How powerful is Stormcast? They could kill 40 guys or die to a single demon. Who knows? But cool game. Get it. Play it.
Well, I mean, that's kind of realistic, to be honest. So, like, did you know they have a new epic rap battle out?
I saw you linked. I haven't watched it yet.
And I love epic rap battle because they always give you interesting facts. Did you know Richard Lionheart was killed by a 10-year-old?
No.
Yeah, well, see, he's like a
Well, I was
strong
middle
guy.
aged back then.
He can
So.
kill. He can go on a big crusade and kill a bunch of dudes, and then a little 10-year-old just like shoots him with an arrow or something.
Well, if you get lucky. A 10-year-old with a gun is still a 10-year-old with a gun.
Don't think they had guns back then.
I'm gonna have to check you on that one. I'm not sure.
Pretty sure.
Pretty sure.
Pretty sure 1400s.
I don't know. I think they had sub-automatic Uzis back then.
They were just like, brah, brah, brah. Who's the line hard now, bro?
That was dumb. So
that's how Irish gangsters talk.
I'm intimidated. Oh wow, what else we got? Speaking of miniatures games, we have some new stuff. The Corvus Belli from Infinity.
That's actually Infinity from Corvus.
Okay, hold on. There's so many words on here.
Hi, we sell games.
I admit I don't know anything about Infinity, so I don't know what I'm supposed
Infinity
to
is a great game.
call for these. They're really cool looking minis.
The miniatures terrify me because they're so small and like high quality.
Yeah.
Like even when I did paint, I knew I would not do them justice.
Yeah, these are very, very tiny little bits, but they're really detailed.
Oh, yeah,
surprisingly detailed. Yeah.
So they've added with the new is it N4? They're on N4, which is 4th edition Infinity, and the Code 1, which is the streamlined rule set. They're redoing a lot of their models and they're redoing a lot of their older figures. So I think Teutonic Knights have been out with 4. Those are Teutonic Knights.
Yes.
Right? Yeah.
Yes.
So this is the repack of them and the resculpting. And they have a lot of new. I think is that Fractas in.
Yeah, this is a Fracta drop unit.
Yeah, they have Fractas dropped and combined. There's a few other units that come out. I know there's a Hack-a-Slam unit that came out this week. But we have all them. I think the guys meet on Wednesdays, I want to say, for Infinity. If you're on the chat and you play Infinity, post up. The worst when you want to build Age of Sigmar Wood Elves with no Star Collecting bundle, you can just buy the Sylvanet one. There's a Sylvanet Star Collecting. You just have to have trees. You just gotta get wood.
And what else we got on the table today? Speaking of getting wood, you know what you shouldn't do with all your wood?
See, it was a segue.
Burn it down.
It was a segue.
With Fire Tower, Rising Flames.
Segue.
There's a lot of... We're going to just drive by all these jokes here.
So, Fire Tower is from Runaway Games, right?
Runaway Parade Games.
Runaway Parade
It's a great name, by the way.
So they actually launched a Kickstarter to launch Rising Flames, which was the expansion. So this is actually from the Kickstarter. We've had the core game in before. They're a great company. Game sells really, really well, and it's actually really, it's just a beautiful board. I love like the kind of the translucent fire symbols in it. But this is the Kickstarter. It's got the deluxe expansion, so it's got all the fancy pieces as opposed to not so fancy pieces. We have, I want to say we have 12 left. We sold a bunch of them already.
Only 12.
Yeah. Well, we got 40. So popular.
So if you don't have one, come get one because it sounds like it might be gone. It's a cool looking game. I kind of want to play it.
The words of Glinda. It's popular.
Yeah. And it's a 15 to 30 minute game, 2 to 4 players. I mean, that's pretty great. Do a couple of rounds on a Friday night or something.
But it's not popular because that will go on fire because it's a tree. It doesn't get any better, folks.
No,
I'm sorry.
that's it.
Yeah, we have that. About 12 of them left in stock. They are running out. But when you have 12 in stock, it pales in comparison to having 200 in stock.
Wow,
so Oath is the new game from Letter Games.
Yes.
So you'll know them. They're the makers of Root, Fort, Vast, and other single-word name games.
They only have room for one big word on the front of the box. So.
Yeah, but they got a small one, Chronicles of Empire and Exile. So Oath is their newest game. It's actually, I believe it's supposed to be a campaign-style game where you can come back to the game.
Yes, it is.
So they launched, again, another Kickstarter game. They launched this game, pre-pandemic time. So I think it was 2019 it came out. It just arrived.
The before times?
The before times. So we have it in stock. We have, as I said, we have 200. I think we have it only just arrived. I think we have 198 left.
Yeah.
We only just kind of put it out yesterday.
100+ individual wooden screen printed pieces are in this game. That's a lot of pieces. This is one of those games that comes with a lot of cool looking stuff, and they're all kind of neat looking.
Yeah. So pricing that's $150, which it includes the deluxe journal. It's got the deluxe upgrade pieces, which is really super cool, little plastic spell books and stuff.
Yeah, that's what I was looking at. They're very neat. And coins, metal coins.
Yeah, so definitely worth checking out. Leather always makes fantastic games.
Yeah, and
I have 200, so they have to be moved quite quickly.
The art on this is really cool. It's kind of half cartoony, half storybook.
Yeah.
So if you're looking at it from an art perspective, it looks different. It looks different than your normal fantasy campaign. I think, as they did in
Rouge. So just super cool game.
It is. It's hefty too.
Check her out.
Work out there.
You got some TCG stuff.
I do. This is my cheat sheet because
your cheat sheet's visible.
I don't know what I'm talking about with this stuff. So I am holding things called Flesh and Blood. I don't have enough hands. Would you like to also hold them up? We are fully stocked on the pre-con decks for Flesh and Blood. We're fully stocked on these pre-con decks. Flesh and Blood. I've been told this is super popular CCG game that is not in stock very often. It is again today, so come get them.
You have stuff for Monarch, right?
Yes. Yeah, that's.
That is the pre-order. We are stocked.
Yeah, we're stocked on the pre-order things for Monarch. Yes, and then the other thing is there's a new set for Yu-Gi-Oh, which is a thing I do know a property
It's actually
of.
known as Yug Yug.
Yug-Yug. Yu-Gi-Oh, which, as we all know, was the sequel to Digimon. Yu-Gi-Oh!
The best TV show about animated monsters.
Yes.
Just to reopen that wound.
Well, I did just say it was a sequel to Pokemon. So, Yu-Gi-Oh! The third in the Digimon trilogy set, King's Court, will be out on July 2nd. So come get those cards. I'm just waiting for hate mail from CCG people. I'm just trying. Nobody's mad at me.
Yeah, it's not even noon. They're not gonna bid you.
Yeah. Oh man! So come get these things. They're all over the floor. We're on your side now. We have this. There's a thing here.
We distract them with a Ronaldo moment. Drink water.
Drink water. Drink water. Not whatever this is.
Now beer.
Just straight absinthe, you guys. I'm having a great time on this show. So what about this?
This is pretty cool. So
this is really cool. We found this.
I'm a terrible absentee owner. This just looks super cool.
I didn't know we had this.
Yeah, right. It's the art. It's like basically a bunch of art. And we probably should look at before we open it up.
Well, it's all Edgar Rice Burroughs stuff.
Yes.
So it's all his sci-fi fantasy. He did, if you guys don't know who Edgar Rice Burroughs is, he's a artist that did a ton of stuff. Especially the things I know him from would be the Tarzan comic books back in the day that my parents actually had a ton of.
Like these Tarzan.
Like these Tarzan.
Like those Tarzans.
Like all these Tarzans, yeah. So it's really
comics.
cool art. I've always liked his style. He's one of those guys that gets the musculature. That's his kind of thing. His musculature, fantasy stuff, dragons. People standing. Oh, can't show that on camera.
I do love
okay, so don't let your kids look.
I do love a good look at musculature.
I about just. Woo. So there's some stuff in here that it's adult art, and it's not like adult art, but yeah. He likes the fantasy art. Check this stuff out.
It's art for adults.
Yes.
Not adult art. Just the way we sell toys to adults, but we don't sell adult toys.
That's true. Because who would have money after spending this much on Warhammer and stuff? I mean, seriously.
You'd have no money after buying adult toys, let me tell you.
Please do no. This show. Oh man, can we get canceled? Who would cancel us?
Oh, did you not see I got canceled the other day, actually?
No.
Yeah, we canceled someone's order online, so he told me he was canceling me.
Oh, no. Well, I'm sorry. I guess you have to cut the show now. You're canceled.
Yeah, you literally email, all caps. Title of the email is like, "Hi, we have refunded your order." And it's like, "You cancel my order? I cancel you." It's like, oh, okay.
Well,
guess I'll go home.
Yeah, cool. Hey, take the day off, Enjoy yourself. Oh, so that's, we got one more thing here. I'm going to throw it to David, because I feel like you have a personal investment in this in some way.
It's a control. I've made way too many off-color jokes so far. It's okay, I'm Irish. I can't be trusted.
It's true.
Yeah. Damn foreigners, man. There's a reason they're stealing your jobs.
You should do like every actual Irish American and just live here instead.
I do.
That's what I'm saying. Like most Irish people, we just move here.
I do live here.
A couple generations in.
I do live here.
You get this.
Legally. I do live here. Anyway.
Legally. We put his papers in the lower thirds. Legally.
Speaking about glorious kingdom of Serbia, I guess. Yeah, I'm very, very excited about this one. It's called March on the Drina. So this is another Giga Games production. This is a game we made with our good friends at Princep Games, who is a Serbian company. So, it's very topical. It's based on the Balkans theater of World War I, where Austria-Hungary, Germany, and Bulgaria, you may not have known were part of Central Powers, invaded
the big three.
The big three, Bulgaria, invaded the Kingdom of Serbia. And then you either play as Serbia, defending your cities, or you play as one of the three Central Powers, your choice, to take the cities. So the goal is basically during the game is defend the cities for a certain amount of turns, or take them within a certain amount of turns. And there's a few extra, this one says there's Albanian orders, so there's going to be Albanians in the game. Basically, it's Serbia against everybody, right?
Yeah.
So super cool, super topical. It's one of the more tactical, like Command and Colors.
Mm-hmm.
Command and Colors? I think it's Command and Colors style game. So it's a bit more realistic historical rather than fantastical historical.
It is. It is. There's a chart on there.
The coolest part is.
Oh wait, hold on. Sorry.
This is also a Kickstarter game. This was launched on Kickstarter. We printed 1,000 copies. We have 1,000 copies available for retail, so it's not going to be around for a while. But the coolest stuff.
Oh, there it is. Right
is the side. I don't know if you can see it on the side. I know. I was leading up to it.
Oh, sorry.
Oh my god. Is people who have backed and supported the game are immortalized as members and different factions. So our very own, where is he? Tim Kurklowski, who works for Giga Games and Cubicle 7 and Cryptozoic and pretty much every game company
everywhere.
There is. Yeah, Tim pretty much works for every company there is. He is here. I believe he's a Bulgarian cavalryman. Our very own Matt McKean is on the inside cover because he got in too late to be on the box. He is a German because if you don't know Matt McKean, he loves Germany's. He loves Germany.
He loves a whole heap of Germany.
Not just one Germany. He likes all Germany.
Any Germany's, really. I mean, you think he distinguishes, but he doesn't.
I'm pretty sure this is my good friend Michael Raftopoulos, who is our Greek licensing agent.
Is he always that angry?
He's not that excited.
Angry
He's charging. You'd be angry too.
I would.
But of course, my personal favorite is me.
Look at that stoicism.
Look at that stoic soldier of Austria-Hungary. Apparently, pretty sure it's Austria-Hungary. The flags have changed so often.
You look like you're about to bend your rifle. You're like, ready to fight.
Yeah, I'm just like, Although I do love my hair. Actually, in the picture, looks more like your hairstyle than mine. Like it's like it goes the whole way down now, instead of my little Celtic.
Give me some time in Photoshop. I can give you a luxurious mane of hair.
Yes, that's the perfect part. It's nothing to do with the game. I'm just in the game. So if you want to really just stare at my visage,
well, they could conceivably use it as a way to play the game and then trap you, and you can push David around.
You can push me around. But anyway, $54.99. We printed 1,000 copies. So if you thought 12 copies was good or 200 copies was good, we got 1,000 apiece.
There's more.
But wait, there's more. Flex Seal.
So I actually popped this game open and went and looked through the rule book last night and everything. You're right. It's complex, but not unapproachable, which I like. Like reading through the rules, I got a pretty good idea how the game's gonna play.
The quality on it is absolutely amazing. I love how the board, the way the board folds up, kind of like a classic Risk board.
Yeah. And you're talking about how
the money.
You're talking about how it's realistic. There are charts in here where you can't exceed the actual military capacity of your country at this time. So it kind of it gives you a game, but it holds you within the sort of realism of that actual time, and it's really neat. I canonically don't know what happened in every stage of this battle.
Well, that's what I mean. I'm actually a military history buff. I love military history, and I really love parts you don't know because everybody knows Verdun, the Somme.
Have you heard of the beaches of Normandy?
Yeah, wrong.
I know you've been in America that long. We're real proud of that one. What? There was a war before that? No. World War II. That was the American one.
You guys were in World War One too.
We doughboys.
You showed up right at the end.
Yeah, they were called doughboys. We showed up. We were like, what?
America went, hey, we're here.
Freedom.
We win.
Well, okay, so World War II, we didn't show up. Oh, wait, we did show up late to that one, too. Anyway, we got dragged in.
41?
Before what?
It was Pearl Harbor. Wasn't it 41? It was 41.
I thought it was 42. I don't know.
That's on a postcard.
It was before my time. Before my time. Few years.
You look well for 80-something years old.
Don't let them know about the
it's really cool when you
thing.
see a game that is about a different portion of the war, so not many people obviously talk about the Balkans. I was really happy to help books it out, getting this game launched. I hope I didn't mangle your name. So really, really cool. Yeah, definitely a good bit of history, good bit of reading. So check it out if you get a chance. I think we have a demo copy here. So
we do have a demo copy, and we're going to do a playthrough video once I learn it enough.
Yeah, see, Jamie Naismith, the Englishman.
41. Okay.
The Englishman.
Okay. Well, look, like most Americans, I don't know my country's history, so I'm a product of the public education system.
Irish, new 41. American, 42. Englishman, confirmed 41. Yeah.
Seems just like an Englishman to correct us.
Yeah, it's just like the English correct, Jamie.
We can agree on that. Yeah.
Yeah.
America.
Damn Brits.
So march on the Drina.
March on the Drina.
Get out there. Get marching.
Get out there. Keep marching to the Drina, which is a river in Serbia.
In case you were wondering, I had to look that up. I didn't know what the Drina was.
It's also a movie. If you actually Google search March on the Drina, it's actually a movie.
Yeah, I think you forgot to mention also, this is Giga. Did you say that?
I said it's another Giga Games production. Yeah, if you don't know, now you know. But Gigabyte Games is the sister company of Gigabytes Cafe. Complete coincidental.
What?
Wow. And we produce games. So this is God, I've lost count.
20. So we're getting close to 30.
Actually,
If you don't count all the 14 Oko boxes.
I just signed Mechanical Beasts.
Oh yeah.
And that is GMG 038, I want to say. So that would be 38.
38 total.
The 38 SKU.
Yes.
Because obviously Oko Chronicles takes like 12 SKUs.
It is a lot of SKUs.
So,
if you have, by the way, speaking of Oko, we don't have it here, but if you haven't had a chance to check it out, I have been going through. We have a huge display when you walk in. You can't not see it. Please try that game out. Like, pick it up. I actually got a chance to play.
If you like games like Descent and you like quality and component size and pieces of Zombicide, Arcadia Quest, any CMON game.
Yeah.
Right.
Oh, the miniatures
because
are great.
because it's made in the same factory as the CMON games. It's made, but I'm pretty sure it's made. It is. I'm not even pretty sure. I know it is in Paolo Parente's factory in China, who's the guy who makes all the CMON products. So it's that same high quality of game, same high quality of components. It has depth. It has RPG. It has 8 expansions.
A lot.
Sorry, I had to look over.
Well, yeah, it has expansions, carrying cases, extra miniatures. There's an art book.
Box,
I don't know if we have.
No, it's right there. Yeah.
Oh yeah, okay.
The art book's very limited. There's only 75 of it because it's obviously a Kickstarter exclusive.
And it's a fun game. I had a chance to play through it last night a little bit. We got some of the rules wrong first time through and everything, but like
we always get the rules wrong.
Yeah, it was a fun game. It's kind of like a one person sort of acts as the demon / ghost / bad guy and is just trying to do stuff while the other people are trying to stop them. So it's kind of a cool like asymmetric competitive game. Definitely check it out. The minis themselves are they're really nice.
Yeah, no, that's what I mean.
I've started painting my kit finally, and they're really nice looking minis.
So yeah, super excited. And we have actually, speaking of Gigamech, because I like talking about Gigamech, is we just finished production, or we're soon to finish production on Escape from Flat Earth, which is another game coming out by Christian Foch. So if you like Catapult Kingdoms, which is here in the background, he designed that game. He also designed Escape from Flat Earth.
Yes,
it's gonna be super cool.
And has the best box packaging I've ever seen.
Yeah, isn't it cool?
That's the best packaging. If you're a fan of old school sci-fi like Star Trek, says in Escape from Flat Earth, you were red shirts.
You were red shirts. Yeah, you have to get your red shirts.
A great position to be
planet.
in.
Yeah.
But when you open the box, it makes a little tricorder sound. It's really neat. Like you can flip it open. And,
but
Mr. Spock.
Lots going on. Lots going on here at Gigabytes.
I thought you had a ramble for us.
I do.
Or rant. Is it a rant or a ramble?
Well, I was leading into all the production because.
Here we go. Here it is. You came for you're done with the shilling. Get out of the way.
No more shilling.
Here comes some actual ranting and information.
Oh God, no! I'm scared.
So you're literally in the spotlight.
My weekly rant is dealing with production, and the reason we're really excited. We're working with Gigamet Games, and I get asked a lot. A big thing is coming up lately. People are posting, what price should my game be on Kickstarter? What price should I price it at? For the old rule of thumb used to be 5x your production cost. So game costs you $5, multiply it by 5, $25 MSRP. That should be your MSRP, right? That was the going rate.
Right.
And a big thing with and this leads up to like deep discounting, MSRP. Why do we charge MSRP at Gigabytes? Someone launches Kickstarter. The game costs them $5. The MSRP is $25, and they go on Kickstarter $20. Right? Sounds great. Well, what's just happened is I saw today a company has launched, and this has happened a few times. There's a company called Sweet Mess. The company's not called, the game is called Sweet Mess, and this other game that I didn't get involved with, thank God, but I just saw twofold RPG products in this. Could not afford to pay for the freight, pay for the storage of the products, or could not afford to destroy the products. So they could not afford to. They made the product, took the money from people, could not afford to ship the products to the customers, could not afford to keep the products at the port or warehouses, and cannot even afford to pay to get it destroyed.
Wow. What do you do in that position?
So I don't know.
Cry.
So what they did,
what are they doing?
What they did was they gave it to Asmodee.
Okay.
Yeah. So Asmodee owns that product now. They got it for pretty much free. And the issue is, right, and it's something that's been becoming endemic, and you're going to see it happen a whole lot more in the industry. And I'm discovering this, right? So we got March of the Drina. The cost of freight on March of the Drina was almost 10% of the MSRP of the game.
Wow.
So to get that product from China to America was cost me 10% of the MSRP. Not 10% of the cost, but 10% of the MSRP.
Yeah.
Right? And that's actually, this reminds me, because you showed me a video. We launched, if you remember, we launched Elite, right? Elite board game, which is being made. Right? Yes. We have a production run of Elite being made. I saw a video that you shared where the person goes, "Oh, these guys asked $60 for this game. I would prefer it was $30, $40."
Oh, hey,
Can post if you say we're live, because
yeah,
the webcam
so,
just died.
It looks like our webcam has died, which is interesting. So David's going to keep talking about what he's talking about while I try to fix the webcam, because we still have audio. So
Do we still have audio?
we do have audio. I can tell that's going
So anyway, yeah, these people post and they go, this game should be 30, 40, I would have bought it, not 60. Well, there's a very strong reason why it is going to be $60. You know, a lot of these companies are coming up and they're launching games. They're giving deep discounts. They're not taking into effect freight, shipping, the chance of a global pandemic that will pretty much destroy the marketing. UPS rates go up, USPS rates go up, and it's I'm really thrown off my game now, Zach.
Sorry.
Jeez.
Keep going.
And it's something, it bothered me, right? We try to help a lot of people when they're designing a game. We just want to get the name out. When you are creating a game, you can't look at a 4 to 5x production cost anymore. The reality is it's now a 6 to 7x at least. And it's going to be a strong fight to get people to pay attention to that, to understand there's a reason a game is $60. There's a reason a game is priced as it is. It's not overpriced. You're not trying to be greedy and steal money from them. You are trying to actually fulfill the product, get the game out there, get your costs covered, make sure your employees are paid, because a lot of people lost money on these companies that they pay for the product and then they just can't get it because they're not going to fulfill the Kickstarters anymore. And it's something we want to work with at Bridge. If you don't know Bridge Distribution, hey, you're back, thank God.
Bridge.
I'm so bad when I talk on my own.
The battery
something,
just
if you are someone who's launching a Kickstarter, you are someone who watches these videos and you already have Kickstarter, you're published, you want to do games, just come talk to us. We want to make sure and give you the reasonings. You don't have to listen to us, but why things should be priced the way they are. And it's really bothersome when you see come and go. There's nothing worse to say when you launch a game because, well, I'm just doing it to get my game out. You have to think further than that.
Yes.
Right? I don't only do it for the love of the game.
You need to make some kind of.
I think I said this last, a few weeks when I gave my rant about hobby stuff. You should never start a business to do something just because you want to do your hobby or work your hobby, right? Because it's a bad way to do it.
Well, you're going to end up not liking your hobby as much too.
Exactly.
Because your hobby's
but
going
you're
to be
also not going
connected
to put the
to all
time
that
into it
work.
because you might love designing a game, but you have to think, well, I have to buy freight from China. I have to pay for the customs. Is there going to be containers? How much are the port fees? Are they going to charge me to put the product onto the truck, then take the product off the truck, load it onto the... There's a cost for every one of those things sometimes. Am I going to pay... do I have a broker? Do I have... Whatever. There's so much. And it gets even worse, obviously, if you're selling into the UK and Europe, where you need VAT numbers and import taxes and all sorts of stuff.
If only there was a company to handle all that for you.
But it bothered me. It bothered me today to see that, because these guys, they just... It's the first warning shot that a lot of companies are going to start folding, and I want people to be aware that this is going to happen, because you're going to find companies who launched their Kickstarter, and the game is $60, they're selling to you for $40. And when you start complaining, well, why didn't I get this game? $20 was literally, if that's not profit, that was literally the price to freight it or ship it or cover it or pay someone's wages that you're not getting. So, it really bothered me today. I had a nice rant. Thanks for throwing me out.
Sorry that we had a technical difficulty.
But yeah,
you handled it great.
It was very rambly.
Well,
which
that's
is
the point.
The name of the show. But yeah, if you were someone who's looking to design a game, I see Jeremy is posting there saying I'm always available to talk about it. The reason why I think you might disagree, but there's very strong reasons of why something is an MSRP. MSRP is a very what's the word, controversial name. Because you're getting set. Well, and then the issue is, right, so actually leading on to my rant, I actually have more of a rant.
Oh, that was the pre-rant.
So that's the Kickstarter part of the rant, right?
Okay.
Yeah, we got time. What time? I got time. 28 minutes.
Whatever.
So that's one part of it, right? So you have these companies, and these guys, they don't charge enough for their game. Their game gets made, but they can't afford to produce it. They go out of business. You get screwed. Kickstarter does not guarantee you're getting your product, so your money is gone. You give them $100, it's gone.
Yeah,
right.
It's the risk of that system.
But then there's the other side. There's these companies who are also facing the rising costs of shipping, freight. Like UPS raised its price during the pandemic. That price is never going down. UPS shipping is not getting cheaper. USPS shipping is not getting cheaper. Cheaper? They're not getting cheaper.
Better?
They're very dour. FedEx shipping's not going down. DHL shipping through the roof.
That's because they don't obey stop signs or like lights or anything.
But you have these companies, fuel charges. Man, I saw my bill for waste management this week, and my bill was $100 more than normal. And I couldn't figure out why. And I stand staring at it. Why is it $100 more? Fuel surcharge. The fuel cost of petrol. My Irish is coming through.
You're an American, it's gas.
The cost of gas went up $100 just for their truck to come. Now, waste managements are, full of crap anyway. Well, no, we're waste companies.
Well, that's their goal. So
hey, but all right. So, and I'll get to that in a sec. Actually, Jeremy, like even the price of fuel. Well, what's happened now is there's a company who makes really cool, high quality figures for RPG games. I'm not going to name them, but they charge a surcharge. Mm-hmm. They said for us to get our products to distributors, we're going to have to charge a surcharge. And we're going to charge a surcharge to distributors, and they're going to pass it on to retailers. And the retailers went, okay, but you guys raising the MSRP? Are you raising the price?
Right, yeah, because of course.
We're like, no. Why would we do that? So that's only going to be temporary. And the response for most retailers and for me was like, temporary doesn't happen. Once the price goes up, and it is consumed and it's absorbed, it is never going away.
Yep.
You raise the price. It's very easy to raise the price. It's almost impossible to lower the price. Mm-hmm. Right?
Yeah. It's an old marketing trick.
Yeah.
You raise the price, and then 3 months later, you lower it back to the original price.
It's normally very easy to lower the price and very hard to raise the price. But when it's a seller's market, which it kind of currently is, like there's a lot of demand, it's easier to raise the price and not hard to lower. It ain't going to lower, right?
Well, why would you?
You've
already proven that your market will pay the new price. So you can keep doing that.
So a few things came up and said, well, you need to either raise the RP or go to a net pricing where something costs $3, we can charge $6, but you don't charge $6 and say MSRP is $5, can't charge more than that because that makes us look like monsters, basically. Because you have a store down the street selling that $3 product that you bought for $3, they're selling it for $4, and they'll go out of business in a year. Evidence stores in the area that have gone out of business in the last year.
It's feeling kind of lonely around
because they can't take any changes in the market or changes in the world or like outside factors, which is why prices happen MSRP. But if you charge above MSRP, you're a monster because that guy's selling it for $4. Why are you selling it for $6? Well, I need to make money to pay my staff.
Yes. People got to eat.
So that was a big monster. The response from the company was basically a big long letter that TLDR, suck at retailers, was literally what it is. Like it was literally like we hear you, we don't care.
TLDR, we are big enough that we don't care. Yeah, that's what it was.
And they're like, well, we can't go to net. You guys just don't understand. Well, you could. We can't raise that. Customers won't take it. Oh well, they would and they could and they should. So Jeremy actually makes a point. Games Workshop is never getting cheaper. And that's where I've argued for ages. Games Workshop is not expensive. Sorry, that's going to throw it out there. For a luxury product, you're in a luxury hobby. You're not an essential. You're a luxury product hobby.
Not on the Maslow hierarchy of needs.
Games Workshop is priced to probably, it's probably more than, I'd say Games Workshop is probably 8 to 9x by production cost, maybe more. But you have to consider. Well, you have to consider, right? Something that's $50 Games Workshop. Say it costs them $3 to make, right? Because they own the molds, they own the machines, they own the factories. Very smart. I own a distribution company.
Vertical integration.
Yeah, vertical integration is a smart thing to do. So they lower the cost, but because they are named, they have to pay designers. They have to pay licensing. They have to pay, the writers, the novels, the games.
Somebody had to take a picture of that model painting.
Stuff.
Had to paint the model for the heavy metal picture
that feeds
on the
into
package.
Their product. Yeah, they might make a crap ton of product, and we know they've made a crap ton of product. They're a publicly traded company, but it's 2021. Making money is not a bad thing. It should be most people's goal in life is to make money to have a better life, right? Sorry, it's true.
We are in the country for that, yes.
Look at my Facebook for my stock picks. Click my referral for my Weeble.
Smash that bell and hit that subscribe button right now.
We need a bell. But
there's one up there, but they are
you look at these other companies who don't raise their prices and have not raised their prices, or raise their costs and don't pass it on to retailers, which makes retailers drop them. I don't know, but I could look that way and see let's take an example of a company. Let's call them. Throw that over the head. Privateer Press, right? That's a random name. No one's going to.
No, I can't imagine anyone would name their company.
Call it a company, but
ridiculous.
But you look at a company like that and say 5-6 years ago they were doing great. and then they didn't react to times, raise their prices, raise their costs, you know, and grow the company, where are they now? You know, you look at certain companies like that, and they're not matching up, and they're reacting too late, whereas Games Workshop did.
Yeah. We complain about the GW prices going up over the last 35 years that the hobby has existed, but what has not? First off, what has not gone up in 35 years? Price-wise, petrol, as you mentioned, you know, you can look at these things, the staples, GW, bread, and gas. Those are your staples for the economy. So we as
I buy lactate milk, so my cost of milk and stuff has gone up.
Oh, okay. Sorry. Well, you're fancy, Mr. Lactose Intolerant over here. I get lactate too. So I think we're trained kind of to accept price increases on some stuff, but then the difference between a $39.99 book and a $49.99 is like it gets in people's heads, and they think, oh, $50 for a book, that's too much. I've been paying $30 to $40 for the last 20 years for this.
But you have to understand, what are books made of? They're made of paper. What's paper made of? Made out of trees. What really skyrocketed in price in last year? The price of lumber.
Yeah.
Do you know it costs? I think when I worked construction, it used to be like $4 or $5 for a sheet of plywood, and now it's like $18 for a sheet of plywood.
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean? Like the housing market's gone up. There's all these external factors come in, but a lot of those external factors are not companies in the game industry are not taking into account, because they're like, oh, we can't make people pay more.
Well, I think because they've had the same product be X cost for so long, they're afraid to push it.
The problem is, bad publishers have trained bad distributors who have trained bad retailers who have trained bad consumers to lower price.
We love you guys.
We love you guys. I said bad retailers, not bad retailers. I'm not a great retailer.
But we're not bad.
We're not bad. But no, it's a formative moment in the industry where stuff is going to change. You're going to see a lot of changes. A lot of people are going to get hit soon. Be prepared, because these companies who launched their Kickstarters in the last year or 2 years and went, oh, I'm doing it for the fans, so I'm going to give them a discount, are going to now try to buy their freight and pay 4 times the amount of freight. And are they going to pass that on to the customers? They have to. If they don't, they're going to sell the product to Asmodee, and everyone's going to get screwed. Just like I think it was twofold.
And what eventually happens then is that you don't have the same products out, because all these smaller companies collapse, and then you get the market that's only owned by, I don't know if you know other markets like this, like Microsoft, Apple, and Google, and they own literally everything because no one can get.
Yeah, in this industry it's called Asmodee. So
yeah, so there's the big guys. There's big guy. I mean, there's a Hasbro thing that might also.
But the reason they gobble them up is because these smaller companies don't think in the long term; they think in the short term, and they don't produce items that are for. Like, here's Oath, right?
Like, here's Oath.
Amazing game, $150. $150 game. Yeah. Without the extras, I think it's like 110, maybe 120. That's still a high cost for a game that's like 14 by 10 by 3 box size, because people will base their prices on the box size.
Yes,
but that's about where games have to cost with the amount of stuff over 100 pieces. That's a realistic price. Martin and Drina, $55. You think I would sell way more if it was $49.99, but that's not the price. That $5 was literally the cost of freight from China to America. So you can't start nibbling it out. So yeah, that's my rant.
That's the rant, everybody.
That's my rant.
That's what you came here for.
I hope it made any sort of sense. Basically, TLDR, stuck at retailers. Sorry.
Yeah.
Hashtag not going to name that company.
TLDR, I think, when you see the price for something that was $49.99 and you go, why? That was $39.99 2 years ago. Lots of factors, and I don't think any of them are ever, David wants to take more of your money off of the top of the product. Like, most of the time. It's not that anybody's increasing prices just to make more money.
My nickname in the store from staff, by the way, is Mr. Krabs. So, you know,
it's true.
Money.
It's true. He just walks into this. Just see him just make his way through the break room.
I do that.
That was more of a Zoidberg, actually. Because why not?
I do that.
But the price raises, because I've heard this from people, you know, on the customer side, where they're like, God, you know, the prices are going to go up. I can get it cheaper, like you said over here.
You can,
but that store won't be there.
But the thing, you can. Listen, you can get most things cheaper somewhere, right? You can go onto a certain website and you can buy stuff cheaper. And I deal with that website every day with another company. Yeah, they ain't making money on the stuff they're selling cheap. They're making money under their Prime subscriptions, and they're making money on Amazon, their web services. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah,
like Yeah, Asmodee, huge Asmodee website. They run on Amazon Web Services. I noticed because one of their links didn't have like a hidden URL, so it said Amazon AWS whatever.
If you
Like,
don't
that's
think
where
your
they
favorite
make their
website's on an AWS server, it is.
Amazon is
Most of them are.
Amazon is not strictly a retail site anymore. It is a data collection site and a software site. Like,
It's a marketing company.
they're going to
because
space soon.
They can sell
You
that.
know?
Yeah, well, they're just doing whatever
You know
they
what
want
I mean?
now. Maybe Jeff Bezos won't come back from space. If he doesn't come back from space, do we get his money? What's the law on that?
Just like a bit of it.
What's the law on that one?
Just like a bit of it.
Do you think he and Bill are hanging out now that like Melinda's out of the picture? Like they're doing like we're rich bachelors.
He was the
guys."
one who took Bill down the bad path.
Maybe it was
Oh my
Bezos.
God.
How dare you? The Bill and Melinda thing was my stand, and you took it.
He
away
is
from
looking more like Lex Luthor every day.
me. He really is. Why did we get him and not like a Tony Stark? What?
I shall have my
pull it
secret
together.
lair in space.
I'm just imagining it's his bald head, and that's the entire layer, and it just floats around.
That
so
is
Jeff Bezos
actually
can always look
literally
down.
just Austin Powers. You're describing.
Prime shipping is
But
it just shoots out of his mouth.
basically, when you see, you can always get stuff cheaper, but you have to understand, like, they are not companies where stuff where you get it cheaper. They are not making money on that. They're making money on other stuff, and they're get you in there and get you to buy. 'Cause you might go in there and you might buy a Prime subscription, or you might, buy a Fire Stick or something where they have like a 100% margin.
Well, yeah, on their Prime days, it's always like the Echo Dot for $1.
Yeah.
Here's 5 of them. Please bug your house for us.
Take your data, and then you get a crap ton of emails about signing up for different programs that companies they might own. But yeah, when you see the prices inside, and so as a consumer, when you see the prices, there is a reason, and I'm always open to talk about why something is priced the way it is. And if you don't agree, that's understandable. That's fine. Also, if you are someone who's looking to make a game, publish a game, please price your stuff accordingly and manage it so that you can pay your developers, your creators, your staff, your freight, your distributor,
your artists, your marketing budget. If you're looking at this,
your taxes.
Yeah,
oh my God, pay your taxes.
If you've got the game idea and you have a beautiful game idea written down and you're ready to go, there's a lot of other steps to continue. Even when the game is perfect, then the actual work begins. Yeah. So if you've got the game to that level, I think we can be a help to kind of say, here are your next steps you should follow if you're serious about this.
Yeah.
Because it is possible. We don't want to discourage people from doing this. Like, you can publish games. We've got some back there that local people have published.
You sure?
We've got
there's
a bunch of them. Yeah, they're around here. You can find them. So, it's possible, and we want to encourage people to do this. I think it's really cool to have people bring ideas. If you've been ruminating on this for the past 10 years, like a lot of us gamers are, and you go, that's just a better way to do this. Start working on it. But just be aware, it's work. It's not fun. And at the end of it, you will do what you always do with creative projects. You will go, I have made Oath. I never want to see Oath again.
It can be fun. It just shouldn't be a hobby.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah. If you want to do it in a certain way, it should not be a hobby.
Exactly.
And
I agree.
But anyway, yes. But that's it. That's my rant. I've sufficiently ranted for today. Now I got another week to think of another rant for next week.
I'm sure something will pop up.
Oh, something always does.
Yes, absolutely. We'll find something. Well, yeah. A company will make a blunder, and we can come up here and make fun of them.
Yeah, that's what
From
we
this
do.
glass house
That's
here.
what we do.
This glass house that we
just
sit
keep
in.
throwing stones.
Yeah. Well, eventually, if you break all the windows out, it's just a house that you can throw the rocks out of.
It's true. That's more fun.
That's for real estate.
All right, cool.
All right, well, rambles are off, guys. So thanks again for joining us. Leave comments and questions and stuff, and we'll always check them after the show. And follow us on Facebook and YouTube. Oh, and check out tabletopnerds.com. We have a video up there that's launched. We have another one coming soon. So follow that stuff. We'll put links in all the Facebook things so you can click on things. Just click and follow everything.
If you've
follow us everywhere.
Suggestions, we always love suggestions.
Yes.
We probably ignore them, but post them.
I like to hear them. I like the sound they
That's
make.
not true. I do.
Whistle by.
I actually always love feedback and suggestions. No GW restock. No GW restock this week. No, there was no GW restock because Age of Sigmar is coming next.
Yeah, they got a big one coming up.
Yeah.
Sort of.
So again, Age of Sigmar, it's all on pre-order on Gigabytes Online. So if you have not placed your pre-order for any of the Age of Sigmar rulebooks, General's Handbook, Dominion, other things, it's online.
Like
a lot of it is sold out.
Yeah.
We were allocated. We are only getting 30 copies of Dominion for this week. August 7th, we get another 30, and then whatever extra we ordered, which I think is like we can order 120 total. The other 60 will come later in the year, I was told. Later.
So you'll get a copy eventually, but it might not be launched unless you pre-order. So be sure to pre-order.
In-store scotch. I don't drink scotch. I am a bourbon and a rye drinker, or Irish whiskey.
I'm a whiskey guy.
I'm not a scotch guy. Yeah, but scotch is
Yeah.
It's Scottish, When you drink something Scottish, you just taste the quit in it.
Yeah. I agree.
You know, we fought for 800 years. We're free. What are the Scottish doing?
Yeah,
Nothing.
yeah, Scots, put on some pants.
What did they do against Croatia the other day? Nothing. That's a soccer reference.
sports
Thank you
thing.
very much. Sports. Swap meet reminder. There is a swap meet on July 3rd. In-person swap meet, I believe.
Oh my goodness, are there things happening on July 3rd?
$10 reservation fee for a table. That $10 is returned to you in store credit. The last swap meet was fantastic.
Yes.
It was great to have everybody back.
Also on the 3rd, real fast. That is our all-day Dominion unboxing. Just learn the rules, show up.
And there's a lock-in.
That's the lock-in thing. Yeah, that's kind of it's just a show up and we'll do AOS stuff. You nerds don't know what we're doing. You know what we're about. And then the blood drive.
Oh, there's a blood drive
as well is coming up, and we're gonna have a really cool promo for that you should be seeing live in the next day or so.
That's the marketing guy.
Yeah, that's why I didn't want to give myself a hard deadline because I realized it's a Friday. But we'll have a promo for that for the blood drive because we like to help people in the community, and you'll also have a chance to win some really cool stuff. Maybe some stuff we talked about on the show today.
What?
Maybe a whole lot of stuff. Maybe way too much stuff.
That's a lot.
It's a lot of boxes you'll win. So come give blood and walk away with so many games. And I think that's yeah, we have so events are kicking back up in the store. Like we have the Blood Bowl League, Yu-Gi-Oh stuff. Like all the nature is returning. Nature is coming back to Gigabytes.
Yeah, D&D Adventures League is back on Wednesdays.
Yes. Yeah. So if you're curious, we're working on the website right now to get the events page up. Until then, go to the Facebook because we have all the different groups for things, and just ask, and someone will direct you to the right page for it. We got a brand new events page coming up too that'll be a lot easier for scheduling things for you and for us to make sure everybody gets to come play. So look forward to that.
And we're always looking more like feedback and participation. So if you're someone who wants to get involved in the store, volunteer, run games.
Yeah, champions
I'm
definitely.
Because I've drank way too much coffee.
Coffee.
The champions program is relaunching. We went on a hiatus, I guess, for the pandemic since we had no in-store events. It is back. So if you are a champion or you want to be a champion, definitely reach out for the games. We have a lot of them.
Yes.
They
need champions.
Any suggestions, feedback, stuff.
Just say hi.
I always love to hear it.
We like hearing from you.
Yes.
We like just knowing that we're around. Come talk to us. Say hi.
Yeah.
All that stuff. I think we're done. I think we've rambled out.
Yeah, I've rambled a lot.
I think the store's about to open too, so we should probably.
Has it been an hour?
Go ahead. It has been.
Oh wow!
Time flies when we're together, man. It just flies. We're just sitting here, just shooting.